Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's what you came up with?
That's all I can come up with, baby. What's going on with you, daddy?
Not much. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Welcome back.
We here at our spot doing our damn thing,
Yes.
and I will never, ever apologize for the comeback kings. We rule, baby! We rule! All hail the kings. What's going on with you?
Let me put the crown on.
What's going on,
Not
baby?
much, man. We're back at our spot.
We're doing it, daddy.
We
What's
back.
going on? How you been, man?
I'm all right. Chilling.
I heard you had a little struggle getting here today. What's going on?
Nah, you know me, getting old back issues.
Working hard.
Working, yeah. Carrying you.
What time you get?
That's my back.
What time you get home?
I get home like midnight.
Midnight.
By the time I go to
and
bed,
then
it's
you
2.
wind down.
Yeah.
Wow. You gonna be all right?
I mean, you did it for years. You know what it's like.
I can't do that.
Getting
man.
out at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then, like, when you get home, you start cleaning the house, eating sandwiches.
Well, I don't know, cleaning the house.
Where's the guest at today? We got no guest.
We have a guest.
Oh!
What are you, blind?
Who is that next? Senior. Is that Senior Esteban?
Senior Esteban.
Senior Esteban. Ah!
And if you want to get in his good side, he's susceptible to flattery.
I must warn you, all you guests that are watching, the kings are susceptible to flattery. If you guys don't know, Kill Bill 2, look it up, watch it, reference it. You're going to look at this episode a little differently. What we got on deck, baby?
We got everything.
What's going on?
World Series starting, NBA season starting, football's in full swing.
World Series?
Yeah,
You must be happy.
I'm all right.
Welcome
I'm not
to
bad
the
with
jungle. We got fun and games. Shout out to Guns N' Roses. Is this what? I hate. See, I'm going to do it because I'm a racist. Is this Godzilla versus King Kong?
it. Yeah, basically.
I see
Basically.
what's going on here. It couldn't be scripted any better. This is so perfect for baseball.
Yes.
Wow.
We'll definitely get into that.
This is going to be beautiful. Their ratings are going to be through the roof. Every game, I saw something, they said this has a chance to be one of the most historic World Series ever if it plays out how they think and want it to play out.
This is going to be bigger than back in the day with the East Coast, West Coast.
Wow. It's crazy.
Hopefully nobody gets shot.
You think somebody's getting shot in L.A. or New York?
There's a 50-50 chance
Am I-
either way, man. I don't.
What else? So you said basketball started.
Yeah.
What did you say? Well, we'll talk about
Yeah,
that on
yeah.
the opposite side. We are live. What episode is this?
58.
You got anybody?
Well, for the old school, Jack Lambert
Ooh,
back in the day.
we gotta stick with Lambert.
Yo, you don't want to do Derek Thomas too?
Ooh,
For the young fellas? Young fellas, he's been dead 14 years now, which is crazy.
is it? Oh wow, that long?
Yeah.
Wow. What did he have? No, he had cancer or something.
I forgot now.
It's like
what
brain
it was.
cancer or
Yeah.
something. But I'm old school, man. I remember Lambert. What was the one? His teeth were literally missing in the play. I'm like, yo, that's when football was super barbaric. Yo, he had no fronts.
The frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
They were gone. His
That's
teeth
back
were
in that day.
gone, and your boy was still out there. Put me in, coach. I'm not coming out. Yo, no disrespect. Derek Thomas was that dude too, though. I can't hate. But Lambert, I'm going with Lambert. Unless you want to do a
No,
co.
we're fine.
Unless you want to do a co.
Co.
We'll do Lambert because I'm old school Steelers. My man, Al Forts. Shout out to him. He's a huge Steelers guy. We're gonna go with Jack. We gotta do what my John.
When you think
Facenda
about
for.
that, though, you definitely think about that old school, Green
Yeah.
Bay, Chicago. Yeah, those NFL films.
Jack Lambert.
Yo, we're gonna do something too.
Go ahead.
We always do it at the end. Like, share, subscribe,
Yo, what he
comment.
said. Like, share, subscribe.
Let us know what you're thinking.
Exactly what he said.
When he says something off the wall, let him know about it.
I know, I am.
Because
off
I
the
can't be
wall.
the only one holding him accountable.
I'm like Mike Jack, baby. I'm off the wall.
But yo, we're at 562 Newport Avenue, our spot. Great place on the weekends.
What do they got? Tell me something.
All right, I'm gonna tell you all the specials. They got the 75-cent wings. You got to get 10.
Boom.
We got $7 pot stickers, soft pretzel sticks,
Boom.
spinach dip, tater
Easy.
kegs.
Easy.
I looked on the web. They got $8 nachos,
$8 nachos.
$10 empanadas. Maybe Senor Esteban will like the $10 empanadas. But Joe, check out their Facebook page, their
Yes.
website. They do brunch.
They just started brunch.
Started brunch.
I heard
Got
the
a lot
brunch
of-
was crazy in here.
I could. There's too many options. I looked at it. I was going to mention it. There's too much. They
It's
got too
much.
many options.
It was wall to wall in here the first week of brunch. They're running it back again. Our spot is the spot. Comeback Kings, episode 58.
They got one more thing going on
Go ahead,
too.
tell me something. Go ahead.
On Saturday, they got some guy named DJ Lex doing like a little Halloween gig
Yeah, come through if you got a costume.
from 8 to 11,
Yeah.
maybe 12.
Yeah,
Depends on
depends
how
on-
lit it is, how tired he is.
I know. I'm still getting tired coming in with my cane. Yo, Saturday night too. Saturday night, Sunday morning, Friday games, any game times, show up. Our spot is the spot. Pawtucket's on fire. Woo! It's on fire,
Someone
baby.
call the fire department.
Episode 58, Big Jack Lambert.
We back, baby. Yo,
What's going
it's
down?
getting that time. Leaves are falling.
Yes.
October baseball.
Yes.
World Series. Yankees are back, baby.
Is this the best time of the year almost? Like
Yeah.
sports wise?
No, it is.
You think bar
NBA,
none?
NBA just started. NHL just started. You're in the baseball playoffs, World Series.
College football.
Yeah, college football.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the NFL's in full swing now.
Like-
You're in the
Yeah,
season.
like on the weekends, when you turn on the TV, it's just everything, everywhere, anywhere. That's crazy. When's the World Series start?
Friday, tomorrow.
All right, give me your input.
Tomorrow in LA. They start off in LA.
Give me your input.
Ah.
I'm listening to you. I'm deferring to you. You're the guy.
It's going to be. This is exactly what MLB wanted.
Yes.
East Coast, West Coast. I mean, the middle of the country might not be as excited, but they're going to get the biggest markets watching.
Yes.
Um,
Ohtani versus Judge.
This is the first time since '76 that the two best teams and the two MVPs
Are going head up.
are going head to head.
How about payrolls?
They're both in the top five. I know the Mets are I think the Mets are number one, but they're both in the top five. The last time it happened was Thurman Munson against Joe Morgan,
Oh wow, you're going back.
the Cincinnati back in the day
Yeah.
when they beat the Yankees in the World Series. That didn't happen a lot.
So, how many times have they met? You know, offhand, I'm looking here. They've matched up a lot of times
Yeah.
against each other, going back to the old days when the Dodgers were in New York, if I'm not mistaken. This is historic, man. This is historic.
Yeah, oh,
this
yeah.
might be up there, man.
It could, yeah.
In your mind, what would make it classic? 7-game series, 7 games
Yeah,
mandatory.
It might go 7 games.
For it to be classic, it has to go 7. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, yeah,
It has to go 7.
yeah.
What are you saying though? It can't be like how.
Judge and Ohtani got to show up. They got to, like, you know what I mean? Like this last series, that was Stanton, Soto.
Yes, it's definitely Stanton.
Yeah, Stanton was a beast.
He was a monster.
For all the injuries he's had over the years and all
Yeah.
the times he missed, he's coming through when it matters.
Wow.
And I showed you a picture the other day. Anthony Volpe, the Yankees infielder.
Yes.
Showed a picture of him in 2009 at the World Series parade, the last time the Yankees won. He's a big Yankee fan. And now he's in the World Series for 14 years
I know
later.
you showed me the picture. He was like a little kid.
Yeah.
And now you're playing for the team. Yeah, the Yankees had everything.
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. He's a New York guy
And now he's playing for his team.
in the World Series. Now
the-
more than, 14 years later.
Wow, that's dope. That's so dope. That's like some storybook stuff.
Yeah.
What else, baby?
I don't know. What do you get? What sense do you think? You think it's going 7?
I don't want to be this guy to you. I think the Dodgers might win though.
Yankees haven't been tested yet.
That's like I feel like they got a lot of firepower. From what I've seen, I'm not a baseball guy. I'm gonna be honest, but from what I've seen recently, like you said, if Judge shows up, he has to show up.
Right.
He has to show up. He has to show. He has to make an impact. And the rest of the team, I feel like, if I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
The good thing about the Yankees is they have that 1-2-3 combo right in the middle of the lineup, so you can't get around these guys. The reason why they had to pitch to Soto for the closeout game the other day in Cleveland is because Judge and Stanton were batting behind him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you go around that guy.
Yeah, and he was lighting them up.
I loved. I don't know if you've seen the breakdown of that at bat that Soto had to win the game.
Yeah.
He was all over that pitcher. He kept talking like to himself. Like every ball he fouled off.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm on this. Like he knew he had him. He was just waiting for that moment, the pitch to hit.
Why a Friday night? Why didn't they start it tonight?
Because they plan out 7 games each series.
Yeah.
So they plan to have 7. It went short. The Yankees ended at 5. The Dodgers ended in 6.
Yeah.
So they had the buffers built in already. They can't change everything last minute.
Yeah.
So that was already like buffered in.
Friday night's kind of tough, I feel, but maybe they didn't want to. Yeah, you're right. They already have a plan, but because you have no competition on a Thursday. You're gonna say Thursday night football?
Yeah, but what do you got on Friday?
I'm rocking
It's a
with
date
you,
night.
People
go.
that's what I'm saying. People going out, maybe that might potentially.
Nah.
But
It's a World Series. It's Yankees, Dodgers.
while I'm out if you're out on a hot date and the TV's in the corner and you're a baseball guy,
you gotta make
that
sure-
doesn't go over well.
No, you just got to make sure your date sits on the other side so you can see the TV behind him. You got to make sure you position that right. That's all.
All right, so give me your predictions, man.
I got to go Yankees in 7.
Wow. You think it's going 7 too? Yankees in 7.
I think so. The way their pitching's been pitching, and the Mets they just got into the playoffs. You know what I mean? That wasn't a big test for the Dodgers either.
Yeah.
They were overmatched.
Wow.
No matter how big the Mets payroll is, they were overmatched in that game.
The Dodgers are the Dodgers. That's the squad.
Yeah.
All right.
And the Dodgers doesn't always come through in the playoffs.
You couldn't script it any better for the MLB.
Nope.
They're licking their chops at this, man. Well, congratulations, MLB. You got what you wanted. Speaking of getting what you wanted, did you catch any of the WNBA stuff?
No.
There's a little controversy that went on, even though the Liberty won it, right? They won it, but they're saying there was a little questionable calls and stuff that went on. I'm not this big conspiracy guy.
Yes, you are.
And people keep implying that here's the angle that I'm gonna take. You don't let the refs dictate the game, right? So, but when people say that, they're talking about when it comes down to the last 2 minutes. But what if the refs during the whole game are doing things to make that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To make little stuff happen for the other team. And the foul disparity in that game was a little crazy. One crucial foul at the end was a little crazy. I don't know if I can rock with how it went down.
But is it like that though? Isn't when you watch football and there's always that play at the end that's the big deal? But what about the holding call or the?
That's my point. That's what I felt went on with this game. That last game, all the games were close. Let's be clear. They were all close, like except for one of them. Most of them went to overtime, and the last game went to overtime. It just seemed a little fishy to me. It just did.
You usually don't even think like that. You never even. You're not the guy that said about Angel Reese
I didn't
purposely
want to do this.
sat the rest of the season so she wouldn't
I'm gonna nip
have to
it.
compete
I'm
with
gonna nip it
Caitlin
in the
Clark.
butt because he's giving me the business. Congratulations to the New York Liberty WNBA champions. I just wanted to bring that up. Let that be known. What else
Thank
you got?
that guy so you get some parity in that league. The same team's not winning all the time.
What else you got, baby?
Yo, Celtics started their season
Yeah.
hanging their 18th championship banner.
What'd you see, man? Did you see any of that stuff?
All I saw was the Celtics took they tied the 3-point record
Yes.
with 29.
I heard they had a little struggle trying to tie it, though. When they realized they were close, they started going bonkers
13 in a row they missed.
because they wanted to get the record.
They still hit 47% of their 3-pointers.
Yeah.
So they were, well over 50.
Can they sustain this?
That's the way the NBA is now, isn't it? I mean, not that many 3-pointers, but
That's my point. Can the Boston Celtics sustain Joe Mazzulla's tutelage?
they did it last year. They're incredibly talented. Look at the new look New York Knicks.
Yeah, and
132 to 109,
and they got
smoked. But then again, that's you expect the Celtics to come out
I loved it.
hot for their banner
I loved
raising.
it. It's well overdue. Tatum looked crazy. He looked crazy. He looked. If he maintains this, and then say Tatum maintains this level of play, right? And then they go into the playoffs, and then Brown turns it up during the playoffs. They're gonna.
That was watching ESPN and saying, thanks Steve Kerr for not playing him in the Olympics and lighting a fire under his
I
ass.
think that a lot of people are saying that he's tight about that.
Yeah, I would be too.
Why did you bring me out here just to leave me on the bench?
I mean, I understand it's all stars everywhere on that team, but
wow.
he just won the championship.
Yeah, you want to at least let him get some minutes in the Olympics.
That's embarrassing not to do
Not
that
to
to
let
someone.
him play.
Like, if it's back in the day, if it was one of the college players and then they make it in, no big deal. You
But
didn't
this
put
is a
Christian
professional
Laettner in,
player.
you know what I mean?
Who cares?
Yeah.
But this guy was just in the finals. His team just won the championship.
Yeah.
Give me, even if you put me in for a couple
And then
minutes.
maybe Brown's going to be fired up because he was left off to begin with.
Wow. So now, what are they going to do when they go to face Golden State? You just put a target on your back because Tatum looks crazy.
Yep.
He's coming to ball this
They may
year.
have 53 pointers that game.
Wow.
And isn't it funny? Golden State's kind of the team that started that
That
3-point
type of offense.
Yeah, that type of offense.
And now the Celtics are taking the torch. Wow. It's going to be a good season, but not for me and my Sixers. We looked awful. Embiid didn't play. Paul George didn't play. We got smoked by the Bucks last night. Disgusting.
Yeah, you guys beat up a little start off, but it's a long season.
I don't understand. You haven't even played a game yet. I never understand this concept. I never understand
They're
it.
hurt in practice, man. I don't
Come
know.
on, man. In practice, you should be taking it. Like, you shouldn't be going too crazy in practice.
Are we talking about practice?
Yes, not a
Shouldn't
game.
even be doing it.
Not a game, but practice. It shouldn't even be. I don't know. I don't understand.
Shit happens, though.
Especially, here's the other part, too. If you know how Embiid is,
Right.
he's, like, frail. Have him, like, every third play, or unless that's what's even happening. You can't even blow on him and he's getting hurt. I don't know. I don't like it. And we're only going to go as far as Embiid. I hate to say it, but
yeah, definitely.
it's the Celtics season to lose, in my eyes. Barring no health, no, like, major injuries. It's this. Like, I didn't see anything. You want to talk about the Bronny thing? You want to jump on that?
Brian.
I didn't see anything from them. I didn't see anything from Golden State did win last night, but the only team that put the league on notice was the champs.
Yep.
They basically came out and said, "We're running it back. We're running it back. This is how it's gonna be."
You weren't a little shook. You just tell me, be honest with me.
Yeah.
You weren't a little shook about the full 3 minutes and 1 rebound that Bronny had, showing his potential. You weren't a little nervous about that?
Yo, I'm gonna stand by what I'm gonna say.
All right.
I think this is good for him. whether they send him back down to the G League or not, him being next to his father with the tutelage, he's not gonna be his father, people. Let's be clear on that. They basically brought him in to keep his father happy. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
To keep his father happy. This is what they wanted to do. They wanted to be LeBron. LeBron is a historian. I know people don't want to believe this, but he is a historian of the game. And I think he takes pride in being the first at certain things. That's just my opinion. And this has never been done in the NBA. Now, if you want to argue baseball, maybe football, it has been done.
Right.
The NBA.
But should it have been done?
He's not that bad. Is he that bad? Is he that bad?
Is he an NBA player?
No, he is not.
No, I'm not. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, he is not. But there's something to be said about who his father is. Is that enough for you to? And this might even be from a marketing standpoint. Why not bring the kid in?
Yeah.
The only other thing I might have is what they're paying him.
Why? What are they paying? What are they?
They were. That was the disparity because the 54th pick last year got paid a certain amount of dollars, and now the 54th pick this year is getting paid a certain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what Yeah.
So
because and when you go in the NBA, the last guy on the bench really isn't going to make a difference. You're not like keeping somebody from getting their shot.
I'm just gonna keep saying this. If you have your own business and you have a child, they're gonna get the special treatment. My daughter, my son, they're gonna get it. I don't care what you have to say about it. At the end of the day, whether they're good at it or not, come on, you're coming with the family. If they want to come into the family business, I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
If they don't want to do it, that's fine. But if they're even an inkling want to be in the family business, my business, I'm gonna be like, yes, come on. And if I'm gonna do everything I can in my power to make sure that they get in the business and it's okay.
So you're going to be Kim Kardashian making Stormy look stupid in The Lion King because you forced her onto the... All right. I see how you're doing it.
It is what it is. It's what it is. What else you got, baby?
Let's see. What else can we talk about? I wanted to talk... You got something?
I got college football. Oregon's #1.
Ooh.
Oregon's #1. Georgia 2. Penn State. Ohio State. That's how it's going. Ohio State, I'm a little questioned. Miami's still undefeated.
Yep.
And they're not.
That was a tight game, though.
They're not even. Where are they?
They put up some points.
They're at 6. 7-0. Iowa State's undefeated. Indiana. And you know what else is ill? This is just me going way off to the left. Army and Navy, both undefeated. I'm wondering if they can hold on to their if they can stay undefeated.
Is that still gonna?
Until they meet. No, I'm saying it'll be good if they can both. Maintain
you're just worrying about that. I was gonna say they don't play anybody to get themselves up.
I'm rocking with you.
Okay.
But here's the other thing. Usually by now, even though they don't play anybody, they both usually have blemishes on their record.
Right.
They're both undefeated.
Isn't it? Now we actually look at it. Isn't it nice, the playoffs?
Yes,
and having so many teams
this is
involved
gonna be,
in it.
I can't remember the last time I've been this excited about I've always kind of been excited about the 4 teams. But this 12-team thing is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
This is gonna be crazy. And I hope it ceases all the noise, because when you had the 4, you always had that one team that was probably undefeated, and everybody was like, well, why don't they get a shot?
Yeah. Especially, what about when the 2? You just had basically 2 before the 4.
And the committee's argument will always be their strength of schedule.
Yeah.
Well, now you're kind of eliminating we're putting 12 teams in. That should cease all of this noise.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be dope.
There's still going to be always there's teams on the outside.
Yeah,
it happens in the NCAA tournament, and it's 64.
And it's 64, but at least this will silence some of the noise, just a little bit. But yeah, what else, baby?
I want to talk about a little bit. We'll get into more football later, but a little bit more about your favorite player,
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
What's up with this dude, man? Don't get me started.
They
Please.
got that asses handed to him the other night
On a silver platter.
on a silver platter.
And did they bring in the Adams cat?
Yes,
And they brought him in.
and I'm sure he's going to be asking for a trade any minute.
And
all
they're
right,
gonna sign the other dude. Is it Reddick? They're gonna
Hassan?
He decided to I think the fines were piling up, and his agent. I think he has the Rosenhaus guy
Yeah.
as his agent. And this is what I think happened behind the scenes. I don't know this happened, but his agent was like, "Look, you can still chill and play this out." But with all this Rodgers stuff, they're not even thinking about you right now.
True.
And here's the thing: when you hold out, people don't know this or understand this. You get fined
Right.
when you hold out. Every game you're not playing. So he was at $12 million.
See, that's the thing, and they'll work out. Most of the time, that'll disappear. If you end
Yeah.
up signing, you end up coming in. They'll make that disappear. That money
And
somehow.
that's what
But
that's
it's
what
getting. It
happened.
was getting to the point where
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to make this disappear.
Yeah, so that's what I think happened. Rosenhaus was like, "Yo, we're negative 12.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, and I'm gonna call whoever."
Rosenhaus was like, "I'm good. I'm not that good."
Exactly. So he decided to put his feelings aside. I think you might see him, maybe not this week, but the following week. But anyway, back to Rodgers.
Rodgers.
That's even more of you have.
What more does this guy need?
And he's still throwing the team under the bus. I've been listening to this guy. He's saying that the team is angry, but they're not having fun. I'm like, really? Who's designating him? Who's designating him the speaker for the team?
Right.
I really want to know.
Well, and if you notice, even though he still looks, the offense looks a little bit better. Why? Because his boy's not running the offense anymore.
But he's gonna blame Salah.
Yeah. Well, you got the coach going. He got his boy brought in. Now his boy is off the offensive play calling. He got Lazard. Now he's got Adams. All right. Last year, Zach Wilson was there. After he got hurt, Wilson was the man.
Go ahead, drop the bomb on him, P.
The record right now is 2-5 with Aaron Rodgers.
You dropped the bomb on me.
It was 4-3 with Zach Wilson last year after 7 games.
Where is Zach Wilson right now?
I don't know. I don't
Who
even
is
know.
he? Is he bagging groceries?
He might be with.
Where is he? I don't even know where he is. You're a Hall of Fame quarterback. You couldn't win last week. Who they play last week?
Bears. No, it was the.
Come
No, not
on,
the Bears.
man.
Not the Bears. Steelers. Smacked them up. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was the Steelers.
You're Aaron Rodgers. You're this guy. So, do you fire the quarterback? How does that work?
Now,
You can't fire him.
no.
You literally gave him too much power when you fired Salah.
You reorganized the whole thing for this man who is going to leave
Yes.
at the end of this year when his contract's up.
You think
He's going to retire.
You think so?
Yeah, he's going to retire.
He has to.
He has
He
to.
overstayed his welcome.
Yep.
And he's not going to take any of the blame. Like, he basically, what is that saying? He's going to leave you with the cupboard bare.
He set you back years now.
Wow. And meanwhile, speaking of Salah, guess where he is?
Sizzler? I don't know.
He's in Green Bay
Oh, yeah?
with Matt Flizzy. Your boy Matt brought him in last week. And I'm only saying this because I like the cat.
Yeah, what do you bring him in as?
I think he's he brought him
consultant?
in slash a consultant, but he's a defensive guy, but he had him on offense, like looking at the offense. It didn't make sense to me what he was saying. He goes, I wanted him to look at the offense because he's such a defensive guy and he would know some of the schemes and whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So I didn't know the history that these two cats had. I didn't know all of their history. They were at Central Michigan together. They had an apartment together. I didn't know all of this stuff. And LaFleur played a role in Salah getting Rodgers. That whole thing was all connected, and I didn't even know that.
So LaFleur owes Salah now for getting a fire for getting Rodgers over there.
So he's kind of indirectly the reason that it's weird, but I felt like he owed him, and I think they're boys from back in the day. So congratulations, Salah. No congratulations to you, A-Rod, as far as I'm concerned. What else, P?
That's all I got right now.
We're gonna take a break. And we're going to come back with the heavy duty NFL. Come back, Kings. Jack Lambert is in the booth with no fronts.
Yo, I was just talking to Mr. Senor Esteban here. I almost said Mr. Excuse me, sir.
Don't get him upset.
But he's wondering, all these London games, are there going to be any in Mexico City this year? I don't know.
Is there really though?
I don't know.
They do have games down there.
Yeah,
they do. Are there many? That's ill that you said that.
Where did Philly play?
Yes, Brazil. I think it was Brazil though.
That was Brazil.
Yeah, it was Brazil. I don't know Mexico. I know Mexico City. They did a couple years ago.
Yeah,
that's real good. I gotta look that up. We should have had that on deck and had it ready and waiting.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Well, he just brought it up to me during the break.
I'm sorry, Senor Esteban. I'm very sorry. We're gonna look into that and we'll get back to you, okay? Woo! But go ahead, P.
Yeah, we had some little movement. Trade deadlines coming up in the NFL.
Yes, I saw some major moves.
D-Hop.
Where's he going?
Where do you think?
If I had to guess,
you know where he went.
Who's wounded? Who's hurt? Who needs receivers?
Kansas City.
Wow. As if it wasn't enough. I feel like they keep rubbing it in people's faces. How? How did this even come? How did this happen?
Well, they lost Juju now for like 4 weeks.
I'm saying from the Tennessee side.
Oh.
How? How are you letting Derrick Henry go? How are you letting D-Hop go? How are you letting these guys go? Because you don't have the money?
You don't have the quarterback. That's the thing. You don't have the quarterback.
Well, how?
Because I'm wondering. He's only had 173 yards and a touchdown so far this season.
Yes.
I think that maybe he's been 21 targets. I mean, 21 targets so far this season. That's ridiculous. But then when you look at the other receivers, I think Ridley has 183. Boyd has 170.
Where's Ridley? Where is he?
Another thing, it's the quarterback. Will Levis in 5 games was 699 yards, 5 touchdowns, 7 picks. So we got to see what D-Hop's got left because he might have something because the quarterback might have been so bad.
I'm going on record to say that he does.
He's got, 12 years in now, I think, something like that?
Okay.
He's 31, 32.
Yeah. We know for a fact who Patrick Mahomes is.
Right.
He'll make... How can I explain it? He'll make a 9-feast dinner with just, you know what I'm saying? That's how he gets down.
Yep.
He reminds me, and I hate him. He reminds me of Brady. And you didn't know who these receivers were, but you did because of who the quarterback was.
Yeah.
Like, I never knew who the Patton, any of these cats. Now, I'll give you the Bronx.
Remember they had Brown, who was a defensive back?
I'm like, who? You put any of those cats on any other team? The same thing with the Rice, all these guys.
Yeah.
And now it reminds me of when Moss went to New England. When Moss went to New England, and then that year, even though they lost the Super Bowl, you were like, yo!
It was definitely like that early on in the Patriots run.
Yes.
But once they started getting Welker and Moss, they had some established. They had some real receivers later on. But at the early days, when they used to do the short passes,
I
the
didn't know
screen
who
passes.
these guys were.
No,
So I say that to circle back. You're giving Mahomes this guy.
we'll see.
Give him a little up.
Travis ain't what he was. Travis is definitely taken. I wouldn't, and you can speculate on why he's definitely taking a step back.
We know what that's about, but I don't want to get into the rumor and all of that stuff. It's too much. It's too much. He's doing too much of other stuff. I think Travis isn't right because of Travis. Like Mahomes' numbers are down. I think too.
Yeah,
if you want to be honest, they are down. But if you want to argue the Travis Kelce thing, I'm gonna start with Travis Kelce in that argument, not Mahomes.
No,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
But who else they got? They got so
the
many people
worthy
hurt.
cat. They got Xavier Woods. He's not hurt, but he's playing.
Because Marquise Brown hasn't been played all season.
Marquise is
hurt.
out. Rice is out.
Rice is done for the year. Marquise is coming back at some point.
Who else? Somebody else is. We're beating on the Chiefs.
The Pacheco?
Pacheco's out.
Out.
Yeah, they're beat up, and they're still winning games.
Still 6-0.
They're still winning games.
Still undefeated.
That's crazy. So as long as you got 15 back there, and you got Andy Reid on the sideline, that's a dangerous combination. And now do you even need? What do you need D-Hop at? What do you need him to be? I don't know what was his best. Do you even need that from him?
Well, Worthy is definitely. You can maybe able to free Worthy up too because he hasn't been. He's got speed, but maybe just the attention on D-Hop will. I don't know.
I think you might. This is me guessing, speculating. You might see him off rip come in, making some noise. I think. But who else is hurt in the league? I heard San Fran's beat up bad.
Yeah, Ayuk's done.
They're beat up bad. McCaffrey's not coming.
He's
ACL,
not playing. MCL.
Yeah.
McCaffrey, he played them.
All of this money that they put on the table for all of these guys, Ayuk, they just gave him this money this year. McCaffrey got his money. They're out. Done. Season done. Season over. Do you think they can still beat your boys? A beat up San Fran team like that?
I hope not. I really do. The boys have a stretch coming up.
Yeah.
Against I think the Texans, Kansas City. I mean not Kansas City, San Fran, Texans, Washington. There's another team in there.
So this is the gauntlet of your schedule. You couldn't afford to even start off the way you did. Now you're coming into
the season's. If you can't beat a depleted San Francisco, coming off your bye week.
I heard McCarthy's pretty good off of a bye week, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost positive he's like 15-1 or something.
Yeah, then this is not going to be a good season.
Wow, you're not saying it's already not a good season?
No, it's still early. It's
still think they're
3-3. It's not like
I'm saying from what you're seeing, not the. We'll argue the record. I'm saying your optics from what you've been seeing. You don't think your team?
I don't know because I don't understand how bad their run defense is when they made. That's one of the areas they tried to improve in.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of injuries too.
Wow.
Bland. Oh, whatchamacallit? Diggs is coming back from major injury.
Yeah.
So he's working his way into better shape. Bland has been out for weeks now.
Yeah.
His backup Carson has been out. Mike is out. DeMarcus Lawrence is out. There's your pass rush.
Lawrence
they do not have a pass rush.
Is Lawrence done for the season?
No, he's on injured reserve.
Okay.
There's a chance. But now Mike we're not sure. Mike hasn't been practicing. I thought he'd be back. Mike does. Nealon was one of the backups to those guys. He's out. So they've been hurt a lot on defense. So I definitely think as long as they can stay in the mix, maybe they can put themselves together for a run.
You got some hard games coming, man.
I know.
Jaden Daniels is out. I saw.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but Mariota came in and they still smacked up whoever they were playing.
Yeah, he's got a rib injury, Jaden Daniels.
So Daniels,
I hope he plays too because it would be Caleb Williams against Jaden Daniels.
Well, they're
1 and 2.
Well, usually if you don't practice by Thursday,
Friday, you have to. Yeah.
So he hasn't been practicing.
Well, you'll see today.
If he practices today, there's a good chance, but he hasn't practiced all week. Speaking of practicing and not practicing, there was a tour spotting.
Tua's back.
They were talking to
Tyreek is very
Tyreek.
happy.
Tyreek like wet himself.
He's
literally.
walking around with a boner.
Yes, he was literally like, I'm so glad he's back. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, aren't you concerned about him getting hurt? And Tyreek's probably like, I don't care about
Have you
any
seen
of
how
that.
bad we've been since he's gone?
Exactly.
They're 1-3 since.
They're like 1-something when he's not. I didn't know it was that much of a disparity
did you
with Tua.
Exactly, and so weird because we thought Tua was good.
Yes.
But how their offense just fell off the table.
So he's the heartbeat of that.
Like, even in fantasy, like, those are the guys you were waddling him. You were just ready.
So you're literally saying to him as his teammate, how's your head?
And
he's like, good, let's go. Good, come on, we need you. That's crazy.
he said he's been joking around with him. He's like, yo, you got to slide. You got to slide.
He does. He does. You know how I feel about that. I believe that he does.
I think you should wear. Now, isn't it legal you can wear the padded?
You can wear it now.
I've
never seen a quarterback, though. I've always seen linemen and stuff like that wearing them.
They got to wrap him in bubble wrap.
I don't know if that
Just
will help him.
Just get a big sheet of bubble wrap, roll him in it.
I don't know if that will help him. I don't know. But Tua's back. What else?
That's. I mean, for the news, I got something. I told you I wanted to give it a shot.
Go ahead.
Power rankings.
Okay.
Paul's power rankings.
We're gonna call it Paul's power rankings, and then what I'm gonna do is be either your adversary or your foe.
Right, okay.
All right. So we're gonna do only 10 or 5.
10. We'll do the top 10. I'll start from 10. Work to number 1.
All right. Go ahead. Boom.
All right. Number 10. Your Philadelphia Eagles at 4-2.
I'll give you that. That's legit.
All right.
I'll rock with that.
The Chicago Bears, another one at 4-2.
They're number 9.
They're number 9.
Yeah, I'll rock with that.
Yeah, you're good with that. It works.
I'm okay.
Number 8, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers at 5-2.
Because I'm still thinking about the teams in the top so far. Go ahead. Yep.
Number 7, I have the Green Bay Packers at 5-2.
Oh, okay. I'm still rocking. I might need a pen and paper, but I'm still okay. It's so far.
So far, I'm not
I
bad.
got you.
Number 6, I have the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Now they can go up. Now that's the one thing we didn't talk about. Yeah, Amari Cooper trade.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
forgot to mention that.
And he got a tutty this weekend.
Yes.
I like that look for Allen.
I said when Diggs left, he needed a number 1 wide receiver.
I like that look for Josh Allen. I
Yep.
love that look.
I like it for Amari too. Get him off that
Yeah,
Cleveland
get out
squad.
of that Cleveland squad. Speaking of that, Deshaun's done for the year.
Yeah.
That's another subject, but they were booing him.
Well, we're not going to talk. If you want to talk about that, because we're not going to find Cleveland on this top 10
All right,
list.
it's okay. Continue.
No, we could continue about the Cleveland
No,
thing.
no. Go ahead.
Because
I don't
he's
wanna-
just like,
If you're Cleveland, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this real quick.
Easy.
I didn't mean to hit the table. If you're Cleveland, you're kind of. It's like a sigh of relief, and I don't want to sound like a jerk. This is a sigh of relief. And if you're the coach, it's a sigh of relief. Now you can.
you didn't have to make that decision.
Yeah, you don't have to make the decision. That's
Well,
all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah.
But
I feel
Go
bad.
ahead.
Feel bad anybody
I do
gets
feel
hurt.
bad. I do feel bad, but it's a sigh of relief for that franchise.
But then again, you got to feel good for the local massage parlors because he's going to be getting a lot of rub downs. He's gonna boost the local economy. So that's always a plus. You always try to find a positive. All right.
Oh yeah, 7-6.
No, that 6. Bills are 6.
Yep.
I have the Commanders. I can't believe I'm saying the Commanders at number 5.
Ooh, now I might have to debate you. You got them at 5?
I got them at 5 because they're 5-2.
But they're beating the brakes off of teams.
But Jaden Daniels just got hurt,
All right, go ahead.
and I can't
That's my question mark so far.
And I got him at 5, but I can't go higher because I don't trust him yet.
All right, go ahead. Who's
You know
4?
what I mean?
Who's 4?
4, Minnesota Vikings at 5-1.
I would swap those two. This me.
I just can't. I can't trust the Commanders yet.
I would swap those two. I would put Minnesota at 5, Commanders at 4. That's it. But go ahead.
Minnesota just took their first loss, though.
Yeah, but I don't trust Sammy D. Is that? I just don't. I just don't. But go ahead.
All right.
Who's 3?
Now is where it gets a little controversial. Number 3, and this is definitely a team that should move up, are the Baltimore Ravens. 5-2. The way they've been playing, but they got 2 losses right now.
I'm trying to think, who would you have 2-1? I know the Chiefs is 2 or 1. I would have Ravens at 3. I'm gonna switch it when I hear who 2-1 is. But go ahead.
I have the Chiefs as number 2, Detroit Lions as number 1.
Wow! Really?
Yeah.
Here's why I'm gonna debate you. I like Detroit. I just don't like the Campbell cat. The way he plays that risky type football. I feel like, and I might be stealing this from you, that's gonna come back on him. I would have Chiefs 1. I'd have Chiefs 1, Baltimore 2, Detroit 3. Because of the Campbell, I like him.
But they've been beating out people, especially on offense.
But you can't. It's gonna come a time. That's gonna come. You know how the NFL is. That's gonna come back on him. You can't be going for 4th on your own 30,
right,
on your own 20. Like,
I made a mistake.
Yeah, I get the bully ball. I get that you want to be a bully. But go ahead.
No, that might be. I rewrote the list and I missed the Texans.
Oh yeah.
So your Phillies off the list. I put the Texans at 4. Everybody moves down, but
I'm still okay with that. I'm good if we went to 11. I'm good at 11. Yeah. To be honest,
my bad.
I'm questioning us even being in the top 10 right now. This week, we need to show something against Cincinnati. The Philadelphia Eagles need to show something against Joe Burrow. But that's another topic. But like I said, the only problem I would have is putting Detroit at 3, Baltimore at 2, Kansas City at 1. That's how I would have it. But that list is legit. It's super legit.
Kansas City is... They barely doing it. They're doing it. They're winning every game.
Smoke and mirrors.
But they're not impressing me. But they got a lot of injuries. So
until Lamar beats Patrick Mahomes, he's always going to be 2 to me. And like I said, I do not trust that Campbell cat. Like, I just don't. You can't play football that way. Like, in my mind,
yeah.
I could be way off base. You can't. Because now I don't know what, if you don't make that 4th and whatever on your own 30.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's automatic points for the other team, whether it's 3 points or 7 points.
But he overcame that too. They scored a touchdown off of that.
That's
and he overcame
the thing. We're dealing with hypotheticals because that's not actually what happened. But if you did a percentage, I guarantee you, if you did percentages, you don't you're on the other side of that equation. You just are.
Now and then these top 3. Detroit lost Hutchinson for the year.
Yes.
Chiefs just got picked up Hopkins.
Yes.
And
that's another reason why I'm saying what I'm saying.
The Ravens figured out, let's run Henry.
That could easily be Baltimore 1.
It's in the next couple of weeks.
It's getting good.
That's all gonna shuffle.
We're going into November. It's getting real good. You want to do some picks real quick?
Yeah.
Who you got on deck?
All right, let's see. We got
unless we want to add anything else?
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have. I think I used up all my notes.
Yo, I love that list. We're gonna stick to that, man. I like how you brought that. Paul's power rankings. That's what we're gonna call it. I like that.
Next time I won't miss the Texans.
I like that.
Because I originally, when I wrote the list, I'm like, wow, Cowboys and the Eagles aren't in the top 10. And then when I redid it, I must have missed Texans, and I'm like, oh, somehow the Eagles made it on. All right.
You did, and I like that you took your heart out of it.
Oh.
I love it, because you have these Cowboy things on.
No, you know I'm a reasonable Cowboys fan.
Okay. What games?
All right. We got Bears. We talked about Bears at Commanders. Possible Jaden Daniels and possible 1-2.
If Daniels plays, they win. If he doesn't play, they lose. 'Cause I don't trust Mariota. I don't like the Caleb Williams cap, but I think the Bears defense is legit. So they're gonna give Mariota fits.
That's why I have their defense in fantasy, and I'm debating whether to play him because if Washington puts up 30 points like they've been doing every freaking game.
So I got Bears.
Next game you brought it up a little. You brought it up already. Eagles and the Bengals. They got to show something.
They can't play how they played against the Giants in the beginning.
Because you know this Cincinnati team's going to put up some points.
That Bengals team is. Don't be fooled by that record, people.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled. I don't care who. You are what your record says. I'm not fronting. But that Bengals team is legit. They are legit. They just been on the opposite side, unfortunately.
They may get to a point where if they keep getting snake bit and this keeps happening to them, then they start to give up.
Yeah, but I think they're still playing for something.
Yeah.
And we're still, like you said, what, we 6-7 weeks in?
Yep, 7 weeks in.
Yeah.
We're going into week 8.
Yeah, they'll be. With that being said, can Philly beat them?
I got Cincinnati this week. I picked Cincinnati.
I got Cincinnati too. I'm a realistic. I got Cincinnati. Yeah, who else?
All right, this is another premier matchup, but Jets at the Patriots.
Why did you even put this game on the list?
Because it's local team with the Pats. Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers can't beat the Patriots, that's why I put this thing on. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers. If he can't beat the Patriots,
he should beat them. But here's the thing: I don't want to hear after he beats them, though. I don't want to hear nothing he has to say. I don't want to hear because he's that kind of guy. Now that you go in against the Patriots, who are not that good, and he wins that game. Now you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got the Jets.
And especially going against a soft team like the Patriots.
Yeah, I got the Jets
as their coach said, as their coach called them a soft team.
Well, he
did. That's all. Oh yeah. And then he tried walking it back, saying we played soft this game.
Wait, he called them soft?
Yes. And then he tried walking it back, and there's a whole big controversy about that now.
He has to be careful.
Yeah.
So this is where the Belichick thing.
Bill Belichick can call you soft.
But
you're a first-year coach.
Belichick was always like tight-lipped.
Yeah. But if he wanted to, he had the swag. He had the riz.
Yeah.
As the kids say, the riz.
Yeah, get some victories established before you start talking to your team like that, because you can lose them.
Yeah.
If you haven't already.
Well, I told you the other day that the receivers are infighting with themselves.
Wow.
Talking smack about each other.
Yeah, you can
That's
lose the
not
squad.
good.
Yeah. All right, I got Jets.
I got the Jets too.
All right.
Colts against the Texans.
I got Texans. The Colts, it's a disappointment to me.
Colts with Anthony Richardson are not good.
And they were hyping this guy.
Yeah.
He was the next thing. He was the next big thing.
So was Will Levis and
I haven't seen
Bryce
anything.
Young.
I haven't seen anything. Speaking of that, Young's coming back today.
I just thought about that. That was one of the little notes.
I heard
Dalton got hurt in the car accident.
I heard your boy Dizzle got into a car accident, sprained his hand or something.
Yeah.
How does that happen in a car accident?
How's that? Well, see what happened.
They said the airbags deployed.
Bryce Young paid a friend of his to run into Dalton's car so he can get back in the lineup because that's the only way he was getting back in there.
Wow.
Imagine you can't beat out. You're like the hype rookie and you can't beat out the Red Rifle unless you put him into a car accident.
Is that what you said would happen?
I think that I'm going with that's happening.
Go ahead.
I mean, there's a lot of other games like it's like not even Ravens Browns.
Do like two more. Give me two more.
All right, Dallas San Fran. Sunday night football.
Here's what I'm gonna say. And
that's Dallas San Fran sounds so much better But when you look deeper about how the Cowboys are playing, how beat up San Fran's playing, the shine's off that a little bit. But
This is Dallas's get back game. They're gonna beat San Fran. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it. And they're coming off a bye. You had 2 weeks to prepare. San Fran is beat up. This is Dallas's get right game. Now, am I gonna enjoy the talking afterwards? No. This reminds me of the Jets and Patriots. If the Jets beat the Patriots, you're gonna have to hear people are gonna be like, they beat San Fran. Calm down. It's still San Fran's not San Fran.
ESPN will have them going to Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate that. I hate that. 1 week they're in the Super Bowl, and
But
next
I
week
do
they're the
think
bums
this
of the
is
league.
Dallas's get right game. They're gonna come out and they're gonna win this game. Who you got?
I got Dallas.
There
Just
you go.
coming, they have to.
They have to. Their backs against the wall. I agree.
Let's see what else we got. Vikings Rams. That's Thursday night game. That's tonight.
I got Vikings because the Rams are beat up bad too. I heard something about Cooper Kupp might
They're
be.
trying to move him.
They might move him. Why? Because of Puka?
No, well, what do you got left with Stafford? How much more do you got left with him? The team's not good.
So you think they're gonna get him out of there?
Yeah, you got Puka.
I wouldn't mind him in Philly if we had some money laying around.
How much more do you want?
I'm saying I don't.
You need a quarterback that can get him the ball.
We don't got any money laying around, but I would take him in Philly.
Jesus.
We'll have Cooper Kupp, baby. I'll take him, baby. But he has to stay healthy, too.
What do you think? You're the New York Yankees or the L.A. Dodgers?
That's it, baby.
Unlimited payrolls?
I don't know how he does it. Where he's moving money to, how he's doing that.
He pays everybody up front. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a couple of games, and I'm going to ask you who's going to be the upset.
Oh, yes. This is what we wanted to talk about. Yeah.
Ravens and Browns.
That's not going to be an upset.
No?
No, I don't think so.
What else was that? There was like a few games that was like Chiefs versus the Raiders.
That I don't think is going to be an upset, especially when you got D-Hop coming in. He should be playing this week. No.
What else? There was another one. Oh, Lions against the Titans.
If I had to, out of those, the only
Titans?
one I would question, the Lions would get upset by the Titans. It's more probable out of the three, in my mind. If there's going to be an upset, it'll be the Lions because Campbell's going to call some crazy play and try to get cute like he did against Dallas, like he did last week. That cuteness is going to run out. You know what I mean? Will it run out against Tennessee? I'm not saying if it's going to be an upset, this will be one of them. That's just my opinion.
The other one would be Packers Jaguars.
That won't be an upset, I don't think.
See, I can't see any of them. I can't see
You're
Tennessee.
saying you'll see. I'm agreeing with you, but out of those four, somebody's gonna get upset. Somebody is. It never goes according to script. Somebody's gonna get caught lacking.
You know, I gotta get a hold of Amanda Jordan.
Yes.
Because Amanda is like been ridiculous with her picks. She went.
What's her record?
2 weeks ago she went like 14-0.
Amanda, I'm looking for you, man. Where you at?
She had like 3 losses last week.
Yes.
It's killing me.
We gotta get her down here. I don't know what she does on Thursday mornings. Get her down here. You said she was 14 and what?
14-0 2 weeks ago. Wow. In her picks.
Yeah, you might just need to get in touch with her. Forget the podcast. Just so in general, yo, what do you think? And we might go to one of these draft things, one of these sports books or something.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. But that's it. Another one in the books.
Another one done.
Episode 58. Your boy Peabody in the building. Paul Iannelli with his special guest, Senior. You got any last words?
Nah, come see DJ Lex on Saturday night at our spot.
Come back, Kings. Peace.